Run. Casting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come in off a loss to the Hawks. Morant with it. Now Payton defending. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. No good on the triple.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Morant left side. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Jackson has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Memphis.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Rodman. Now Grant. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And they get it. Here's Rodman. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Lillard. Simons from outside. The rebound by Middleton.
And the picture of consistency, Chris Middleton is like a metronome. Gives you 20 points, over 5 rebounds and assists every year.
Here's Simons. Following the basket by John Morant. In the corner, it's Rodman. Lillard from outside. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think it's more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And one reason for Middleton's consistency, he plays at his own pace.
And that's a great point, Kevin. And with his size and shooting touch, he doesn't need to blow by his man to score. All about getting to his spots.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Screen by Nurkic. to stop the run. And it's Lillard missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Morant with the steal. Kicks it down to Middleton. For the three. And that one's good. Morant got 13 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Back to Simons. And Portland turns it over again.
Grizzlies ball. On the floor for your Trailblazers, Ivica Zubac. Trendon
Memphis leading by 17.
Josh Hart. Gary Payton II.
29 seconds left to play here in the first. And finished off by Morant.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Lillard with no one around. Here's Watford. And he banks in the layup.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum-rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. What an amazing quarter. There was... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis? Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Pass to Simons. Morant with the steal. Around the back and lays it in. Morant's got 17.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. Back to Lillard. Lets it go with a three. That one's not going to go. And Memphis the other way now.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game. That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Vanderbilt with the screen. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Now on the floor for your Trailblazers,
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to McMillan. 6 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, easy call. And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new-look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long-term.
Here's Simons. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the screen. Pass to Ivy. On the wing, Brooks. Outside, Williams. Rebound by Nurkic. To the paint. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Grant. Excellent D there from Williams. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Pass to McMillan. Picked by Clark. Out to Brooks. Fires the three. Portland grabs the miss. Grant surveying the D. Screen by Nurkic. Bounce pass Simons. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Ivy. Up again. The kick out to Williams. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Simons on the wing. Portland needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Now, here's Ivy. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 5 now.
And you see the confidence Lillard has from that spot. You expect him to knock those down.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Ivy. Both teams will make substitutions. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Back to Simons. Latrey. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
Morant with it. Lillard picks him up. It's good. Morant's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Grizzlies.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Back to Lillard. Simons surveying the D. The shot hits. Not that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll. puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Morant. The putback. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard outside. Inside. Outside Rodman. Kicks it out to Grant. Fires for three. Lillard left side. And it's Memphis on the break. Morant with the ball.
What a leader and terrific defender. McMillan forces the turnover, then gets them into the fast break.
Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown, stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
No free throws good from Lillard. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walton Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Back to Simons. Takes a three. That shot off.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed, plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
And Hart has it in the corner. Takes the three. Can't hit that one. And Memphis the other way now. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. There's 1:40 left in the third. Now here's Simons. Pass to Hart. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Stolen by Zubac.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Up top, Zubac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal. And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Simons from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Simons has got 5 points now this quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Personal foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis. And that one falls for Ivy. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
And stolen by Payton. And here's the break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Williams with the steal. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Memphis out in front, running away with it. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
48.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Ivy. And it's Clark in the corner. Over to the left wing. Picked by Clark. Shot clock at 5. He takes it in. And the shot goes in. 7 points for Jaden Ivey.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivey plays with no fear in there.
Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown, but bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's the sentiment I think most can get behind.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Morant, and he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 27.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Simons from outside. Offensive rebound. Lillard left side. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
Morant with it. Here he goes. And finished off by Morant.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Pass to Simons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:56 left to play here in the 4th. 3-pointers, Simon. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now Morant. Middleton outside. Takes it inside. And no good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Grant outside. From deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Goes up again. And the rejection by Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And that one drops.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Outside for Jackson. From outside, off the mark. Here's Simons. Lets it go from deep. Misses the shot. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home.